What's the deal, everybody? It's your boy that's cooler than the polar bear's toenails, leader of the flock. And I got a special guest with me here today, man, for my first dual-com slash podcast slash radio show slash whatever the hell you want to call it. State your name, Playboy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this is your boy Tick, a.k.a. Game Fanatic, Michael Jordan, the game, and also known as the Rebel of YouTube Underground. What's good with y'all?
Man, me and this dude finally did this stuff. I talk to this cat all the time. We finally decided to go ahead and do this. You know, first thing you're going to say is, man, it's my fault because I'm always busy. I always got stuff.
Always busy, yeah.
I know, man.
But now we finally got the interview, and we're going to do it. Oh, yeah. No homo.
We've been on this Macho Man kick, man, for about an hour before we started doing this. So you going to hear a lot of that, man. So, man. So, man, what we're going to talk about, man, we just going to basically, man, you know the whole deal. I'm going to start off. I'm going to ask you just like this, man. What was the first game you fell in love playing and turned you into a gamer?
First game I fell in love with playing? Okay. I would have to say, I think this is everybody's answer probably, especially in our generation, but Super Mario for the NES definitely was the first game. That was the first system I ever owned. Back in, Christmas of 1990. I was like 4 years old, and I remember running down the steps for Christmas, going inside the room, and like the first thing I saw was a television hooked up to an NES. There was other toys there too, but those toys didn't matter at the time.
You see that one toy that you've been longing and yearning for? Everything else is like pushed to the side, man. You get tunnel vision.
Yeah, because I played video games before. Like my brother, I used to watch my older brother play with his friends, and he had like a Sega Master System, and I used to sit there and watch them play it all the time. And like sometimes he would give me the controller, and I don't remember if I was actually playing or not. You know how you do little kids, you just hand the controller and make them think they're playing. And like he would do that a few times, but I actually caught on to what he was doing. I was like, he's not actually letting me play it, but one time he actually did let me play it. I remember we were playing Double Dragon on there, and that was pretty fun. And then that's when I told my mom I wanted one, and she got me one for Christmas. So Super Mario was definitely the game that actually really turned me into a gamer because it was my first system I actually owned. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Double Dragon. That's one of the hardest games ever. I used to pop in many quarters at the corner store playing that all the time on arcade.
Man, I play on my cell phone.
Yeah, that's cool though. You said for Christmas, that made me think about one of my most memorable Christmases. Actually, one of my favorite toys I ever got for Christmas that like stuck in my head wasn't even a video game. It was a Voltron. It was like the real big one. It was like my mom had it put together and everything, like formed in the Voltron and everything put together. I saw that by that Christmas tree. I must have did one of them Sub-Zero sweep kicks into it and knocked everything else out the way just to get to it. I remember that. That's cool, man. So, man, that's what's up. Man, man, I still think about this Macho Man stuff we've been going. We gonna get into that though in a minute. You know how me and you hooked up is kind of true because it's you know you meet some cats on YouTube that you don't really care for, even if it's through other people. But then other cats you meet, you know, you end up clicking with, and you know me and this dude definitely, man, been cool, man. We definitely stayed in touch with each other, you know, in tune with each other rather. You know, ever since.
I have no idea how you found me.
And to be honest with you, I think it was through Mr. DEFCON. Shout out to DEFCON. Okay. You know, yeah, shout out to DEFCON, man. I'm glad to see he hopped back on, you know, and that's a definitely good thing because I think he like the center of most of the cats I talk to this day on YouTube. When I first started doing commentaries, he was one of the first cats to ever reach out to me. So, you know, that was a smooth move for him, you know, and then most of y'all, you know, it's like 6 degrees of separation. So, you know, shout out to the fam, the circle, everybody else, man. You know who you are. But, yeah, like I said, Mr. DEFCON was the one, you know, I found you through. And, you know, like I said, me and JG cool. And I found him through you. And me and this other person cool. And I found him through him. And it's just crazy, man. You know, I love the cast, man, I talk to on a regular with YouTube, though. But, yeah. You know, all of us come together, man, off of gaming, man. All our grown ass is gaming. That's crazy. Yep. That's what's up, man. I mean, that's what's up. But
even got some young cats out there.
Yeah.
Stuff, man. I got a little, he got to be about 14 or 15. You know, my dude that I shouted him out recently, taking my talents to DSG. young cat trying to come up. So, I'm running to young and old on here, so it's all good. It's fun, don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's definitely cool, man. Especially when you bump into that cat, man, and you know, this is a topic I wanted to get into with, man, because we was talking about this once before, man. What's your opinion on, bigger YouTuber and the desire to get shout outs from these bigger YouTubers to help your channel?
Well, see, one of the bigger YouTubers I used to watch was Hard Eight Times, and he would always say, he didn't get help on his channel to get where he is or whatever. He kind of did some messed up stuff though. He went at like bigger commentators, and that's how he got most of his views and stuff like that. And he did that Jesus video with NBA Elite.
Right.
And that was pretty funny, and like he got like a lot of views and subs off of that.
Right. So you say he was going at bigger commentators' head. That's kind of like how certain rappers do, huh? Dissing for a deal, huh?
Yeah. So, after hearing him say that, like, man, I never asked anybody for a shout out or anything like that, and I used to always watch his channel stuff all the time at that time, and I was like, man, like this dude's real. So I decided that I'm not going to ask for shout outs or anything like that. But I don't have a problem giving somebody a shout out if they definitely, like, if I see that they're doing like videos or whatever on their channel and like they're sub to me and they come to my channel all the time, leave a comment and stuff like that, then I feel like, okay, I'll give them a shout out. And especially if they like you, cause when you first read it to me, man, you gave me like mad shout outs and I was like, man, I definitely gotta give him a shout out. And I just kept forgetting, like every time I put a video, I'm like, dang, I should have gave homeboy a shout out. And eventually I got to it. I was like, okay, I got him this time. I got to make sure I remember it this time.
Yeah, I'm cool with that, man. Like, no matter how small or how large my channel gets, man, if, like you said, man, if you deserve it, then you deserve it. I would like to think, though, if a bigger YouTuber shouted me out, liked the video, or said, hey, go check this guy page out, it's because they want to. I'm not going, spam their inbox and all that. I mean, only like you mentioned Hard Eight Times. That me personally, I've never watched any of his videos. I don't even know who he is. But it's only
He's
like
maybe the best troller on YouTube.
Right. I only watched like maybe 2 bigger YouTubers channels, and one of them probably Jive Turkey. That dude is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And he just recently liked one of my videos. So
that's
shout
great.
out to Jive, for that one, 'cause that was a cool move. He didn't have to do that. But, on one of his videos recently, he was talking about basketball and him hooping. And then, months back, I did my basketball diaries when I talked about my experience playing ball and, and getting ready to go to college to do all that. And, I told him like, yeah, he was like, yeah, I ran into, he said he ran into Rip Hamilton a couple casts. And I'm like, okay, well, I played with Derrick Rose's older brother, Reggie. And, when I played against, KG in Summer League and Ronnie Fields, who played with KG, they was, a couple years older than me. But, and I'm, he's like, oh, for real? You like, oh, okay. You like, you Chicago then, huh? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, that's what's up. I'm going back and forth with him on his channel. So he hit me up, said some stuff. We was, and it was cool like that. I didn't, hey man, since, you responded to me, I don't do all that. So, it's cool that he did it, but I'm not a big advocate in doing that. Like dude said, you ain't get all that help doing it. You don't have to do all that, but I do have a problem with certain people, getting big off of a plug or a shout out. And then when you watch their videos, hey man, I don't really have much to talk about, but check out this 2-minute Moab. Anyway, just check it out, man. Subscribe, man. I mean, it's like, okay, you have no substance. You're good at the game. Just let that do the talking, just cause some big guy saw you and, and liked your stuff. Now you don't put in half the effort, half the, the drive I do, and you have 3 times the subscribers and 3 times the views that I have. That's the only problem I have, because some of the people, they don't put the effort in it, and they take the shortcut route about it. That's why I say once everybody gets tired of seeing these Moab videos, it's like, what's next? Because Black Ops 2 not gonna have it, so what you gonna hang your hat on now? So
you just got a beast then. But yeah, man, Hard Eight came in like a few of my videos. That's how we became kind of cool, because he did a video about PC gamers or whatever, and you know how I am. I'm doing a response, so I did a response to him, and I put his name in the tag.
I saw that last one you did, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't do it like that though. I did it a little differently. I did it kind of respectfully.
Now, my
But
personal favorite videos from you, man, is your ranting videos, man.
yeah, that's
Those
everybody's
are
favorite
those
video.
are hilarious to me, man. Because it seems like
That's
you be really into it. It's like just just listen, shut up, don't say nothing, don't write nothing down, don't type nothing up, just listen
don't
before you say
subscribe,
right.
unsub.
That's
And
why
I
that's
say it
why I
every
mess
time,
with you, man. 'Cause
unsub.
you be straight up about it. 'Cause some cats, it's one thing to kiss up for subscribers and all that, but it's another thing to just be like, look, this is what I do. If you don't like it, if you think this all I do, then keep it moving. If you like different stuff, then this where you need to be.
Yeah, so, but that's why I made a series out of it. Like, I don't like. I'm not saying I'm like rehearsing the rants. Like, I'm actually really ranting, but I'm just turning it into a series, so you can know that I'm about to be like you about to see me ranting. I'm more likely to be talking about something you like. so, so watch out. So I actually put it as a series now because I don't know. Everybody like my rants for some reason. I think just ranting just funny anyway because one of the he's not a commentator, but one of the YouTubers I used to watch before I started doing commentary was the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I just watched one of his earlier today, the Sega Genesis versus Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
and it's crazy how he got footage from when he was like 10 years old talking
Yeah.
about those games. I'm like, that's crazy.
So I used to watch him all the time, and I watched him because he would rant, and I thought it was funny. Like his rants were hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Now they're pretty much staged though. Even though the game really does suck, but he actually, rehearses it and he actually makes the nerd a character now. But
Right.
back when he first started, the first two videos when he did Castlevania, Simon's Quest, and Jekyll and Hyde, like
Right.
he was really upset about those games and he really hated
I
those
seen him
games.
do,
It
I
was
seen him
hilarious.
do the Ninja Turtles one. I think that was the first one I seen,
Oh
and man,
man.
that was too funny.
Yeah, it was because I had that game and I agree with everything he
Yeah,
said. The
on
game
the
was horrible.
Nintendo, that game was terrible.
I got the second one though, the one that was kind of closer to the arcade version, where not the arcade version port, but like
Turtles
it
in
was.
Time.
Nah, it wasn't Turtles of Time. It was
Oh,
something else. But like I remember, like you started off on a beach, and
oh.
yeah, that one was hot. He actually showed that in that video. So yeah, that was hot.
So your favorite cast to watch on YouTube? We'll start off with the bigger commentators. Like, give me like your top two bigger commentators you like to watch.
Top two bigger commentators.
Or you can make it three. That's cool.
Jive Turkey is one of them.
Yeah,
Even though I'm not even sub to him, but it's
most
only
cats,
because
most cats you don't have to be sub to them, and I'm gonna get on that later.
yeah,
But most cats you don't have to be sub to them because you're gonna see them in your sub box all day anyway.
yeah, he gets my views. If you watching this job, if you come through, you getting my views, but I just can't sub to you because half the stuff you say I don't agree with, homie. But he cool though. He a cool.
I like Buddy, man. He all right.
Yeah, he funny. That's why I stay watching him. Who else do I watch all the time? I don't know anybody else, man. I mean, I watch other people, but it's not really much. Okay, I guess Hard Eight because like, he be trolling all the time. That should be funny. So, I watch him sometimes too because most of the time he go, he joined the console war thing now. So like most of the time he talking about the end up guys who were the Nintendo heads or whatever.
Hmm.
And he always like talking about the Wii U and stuff like that and talking about how it's going to suck and stuff like that. And it's pretty funny at the time. So like I normally watch him, but I'm actually subbed to him. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And what about smaller commentators? Who like the top three like smaller commentators that you enjoy watching, that you actually look forward to watching rather when they stuff pop up?
Before his computer messed up, I used to I look forward to watching 808 Applesauce's videos because I like his style. Like he's pretty funny, especially
Yeah.
with the whole cursing thing.
When he edited out the curse words with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
gun, with the
Like I used to like watching his, especially when he made his. And then I would have to say, I like watching yours, but you don't post that.
You know why, man. You know why. But I'm about to step that up too. So, scheduled uploader, man, it helps.
Yeah,
Cause I could get like 3 done in one day and spread it out throughout the week. So, but I appreciate that though.
yeah. because you play a lot of games I like to play, so that's why I like watching yours.
I got too many games, man.
And then you
Sometimes.
talk about wrestling, and sometimes I get into the wrestling stuff.
Yeah, let's segue. We might as well, man. We've been doing this macho, man. Let's segue then.
Oh yeah. But
wrestling.
I got one more. Let me get one more.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
I like the what's his name? B&B Enterprise.
Oh yeah,
Brock. Yeah, I like watching
AK.
Brock stuff because he be doing a little funny stuff with people all the time.
Trolling
Like,
stuff. Brock, yeah, him. Yeah, he's tight, man. Brock is talented, man. He's super busy like me, so he don't get to post as much, but Brock is definitely, man, one of them underrated cats, man, because he good as hell at the game. I actually played with him on the Xbox a couple times, and that one day, man, we was getting like everybody was getting Moabs except me, of course, but but yeah, that's good. He's talented. I like Brock, man, a lot.
yeah, he's got a good niche, man. He's easy to listen to for one. And then the whole funny things he does on the game, man. That's a good idea that he's running with, and I think he'll blow up definitely from doing that.
I know he's plugged with the Vanoss guy, so that's definitely helping him out. So
yeah. Oh, and he got that shout out. Well, he got that like or something from Thunder.
Right.
That helped him out. So that's another person I watched, Thunder. That's one of the big commentators I watched, Thunder. I forgot about Legend of Thunder.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty cool sometimes. I don't like some of his stuff. He says also, I don't agree with it, but he's still fun to watch. He's an easy commentator to listen to.
Cool. Easy on the ears, huh?
Yeah.
Some people good at the game, man, but you just can't listen to them because when they talk, it's like you have to put them on mute.
Yeah, it's like Marcus J. You ever seen a Marcus J?
Yeah, I've seen some of his videos. He's all right though. I can put up with him.
I can't because he be corny. To me, he be corny.
I don't have a problem with him, man. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about it, say anything bad about anybody, but
well, I don't want. Okay, all right. Corny would be a bad word. I mean, he's just not a commentator. Like he shouldn't commentate. His gameplays are really
his gameplays are entertaining enough, but I mean, he
all that whoop.
Yeah, he could be entertaining, and that's actually his hook. So that got him where he is doing that. That's funny. Yeah,
that was cool a little bit, but
yeah, some of his stuff is funny. All right, you ready to go? You move on to this wrestling. Nah, you know what? Let's do something else real quick. Let's talk about Call of Duty because that's how all of us got with each other. Real quick, man. What's your opinion, man? Call of Duty. State of Call of Duty.
I already know how many rant videos I did on Call of Duty. I think that game
don't know that
easy mode. I think is no skill whatsoever needed in the game. You already headshots. You shoot somebody in the head, they're still running around. Battlefield sucks for that too, though.
Like when you point blank him and you hit him with one Desert Eagle bullet, and he just flinched. Like what was that?
You need to die from a 9mm to the dome. You should be dead, man. And it's a whole bunch of stuff that's wrong with the game. It's made for casual gamers. If you're a casual gamer, you will enjoy Call of Duty because it'll make you feel like you're actually good when you're actually not. That's how.
Right.
You just had a little rant for you right there about me making a rant video.
Well, let's move on. Fighting games. What's some of your favorite fighting games ever, man?
Oh man,
past and present.
Oh, okay. You want to go past and present? My all-time favorite fighting game.
Just give me three then. We do.
Okay. So we can keep. Okay. First fighting game I ever purchased. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. I got that for the Sega Genesis back in the day.
Yeah.
All right. That's not my favorite though, but that's just that got me started.
Hadouken.
Yeah. Second, this had to be said. Mortal Kombat. I peed myself playing Mortal Kombat, and I'm like joking. I'm being for real.
You sure you don't want me to edit that part out, man?
You can keep that in. I don't care what nobody. I tell people that story in real life. I peed myself playing Mortal Kombat. That game is great. That game was great when it first came out. But I don't care what nobody say. And then, in my eyes, the greatest fighting game that ever has, had the I don't know the words to say, but the greatest game that ever touched my console, the greatest fighting game would have to be Tekken. That is my favorite series out of all fighting games. Tekken, I remember when I first played it. You don't want to hear the whole story, do you? I don't have to tell the whole story.
We don't need to. We've been going for a minute, so we can say that.
Yeah. This is a long podcast. It's my part of the podcast. It ain't even a dual com no more. It's a podcast.
This to turn into a podcast. Anything over 10 minutes long is not a dual com. It's a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Tekken. I had that on the PS1.
Yep.
Oh baby, I was hooked, man. That's a great game. So
It's so funny though, because I remember when I didn't even know what a PlayStation was, and like I found out what a PlayStation was and what Tekken was all in the same day.
yeah, because that was one of the launch titles. You remember when the PlayStation had them big, stupid, like big
Boxes,
old
pieces.
DVD? They were bigger than DVD cases.
Yeah, they was huge, son. They were glass.
Yeah, they were glass, right?
Yeah, plastic.
I have one of those too. I'm gonna show that. I'm gonna show that off on my next flea market pickup video too.
I done broke all of them.
I ain't to get it away, but I have that one. So I have that the original too. All right, let's get in. Another thing, man. You was talking about. We was talking about before, like how like the wrestling games, and that's how I first got started on YouTube, was doing wrestling game videos and reviews and stuff. And what surprised me, let's be honest, man, a lot of brothers don't watch wrestling, so let's be real. So when I started talking about the stuff, and then you would come in and start talking about it, watching some of mine, and that's how we really started talking. Like, man, watching wrestling, man, and man, playing those wrestling games, that used to be my thing there, yo. Playing those wrestling games. What's your top, I'm gonna ask you this. What's your top moment ever watching wrestling? What's like the first, your major mark out moment? And when I say mark out, mean like you say how you was when you first played Mortal Kombat, you always pissed yourself. What wrestling moment made you feel like that enthused? And I'm gonna ask you, what's your top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time?
Oh man, you hit me with that.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna hit you with that.
All right, well, this is like the top pinnacle moment of wrestling that got me really into wrestling. All right. Well, it's a backstory first, and then it gets to the top part. It might be a little long. I'm gonna try to cut it. All right. Basically, back in like '97, I was spending the night over my homeboy house who I played baseball with. We was on the baseball team. So I was staying over his house because we had like playoffs or whatever, and his father didn't want to go pick me up just to take me to the playoffs, so I decided to stay the weekend. So, his older sister and her boyfriend were downstairs watching wrestling. Mind you, I started watching wrestling around like in the 96 or whatever, and it's like 98 or 97 or one of those two. Yeah, I think it was 98. So, come downstairs, I see them watching wrestling or whatever, and I see Brian Pillman. You remember who Brian Pillman was, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Raspy voice, Brian Pillman.
Yeah, he had Tori Runnels or whatever her name was.
Oh, yeah, with the whole Goldust angle.
Yeah, so he had her in the house, and I remember I saw this bald head dude trying to get inside the house, and he like cussing and stuff like that, and he finally got inside the house, and he beat the brakes off a dude, and I was like, yo, who is this dude? Because he's hilarious. So to find out who he was, I decided to watch wrestling the next week on Monday. So I remember this week it was just a whole bunch of matches going on. But the one thing that was unique about these matches was this one bald-headed guy kept running to the ring and hitting this move where he would kick him in the stomach and then grab him by the head and jam it down on his shoulder. And he just kept coming to the ring doing this to people in any match and messing it up. And then finally, at the end, Vince McMahon called him down to the ring. And he told him he had to stop it. He was like, you got to stop this because you got a lot of fans and everything like that. And this bald-headed guy was like, all right, I appreciate the fact that, the fans love me or whatever he said. And then he was like, I also appreciate the fact that you could kiss my ASS. And he hit him with
Damn.
And that guy is Stone Cold Steve Austin for all you guys who don't know. And like, that was the pinnacle moment of wrestling that got me like super hooked. Like I always loved it before, but like I got super hooked when I saw him. And I was like, man, this guy is like amazing and he's hilarious. And I started watching. And like, I that's when I became like a diehard fan. Like I watched it every single Monday, didn't miss a show. And then when SmackDown came out, I watched it every single Monday and Thursday.
Right.
Yeah, and it was just
back when it was good, man.
Yeah, the Attitude Era, man, that was the best era to me.
That was probably the best era if you were like a teenager or preteen watching it. And remember when they were trying to boycott it, with the whole DX doing the suck it, and you had kids going to school doing it and stuff like that.
Go suck it in middle school.
Yeah. So I mean, they would like, so they had to put the little ratings up. Like, okay, man, this is It's TV 14. So.
You remember the Divas, man? The Divas used to wear G-strings and stuff back
Oh
then.
yeah. I remember that, man. I was a teenager, so I
Yeah.
know.
I remember the Sable Playboy magazine. My buddy brought it to school. In the boys' bathroom, looking at it like, oh man.
How did y'all get a hold of that, man?
Man, his mom was cool, man. Like he was a year older than us. He was like 13, I think, and like it was his birthday, and his mom asked him what he want. He was like, I want the Sable Playboy magazine, and she bought it for him.
Cool.
And he brought it to school when we were in the bathroom looking at it.
So give me your top, run off your top 5, man. What's your top 5 favorite wrestlers?
Bret the Hitman Hart.
He number 5 or he number 1? You just going in no specific order?
I ain't going to, okay, all right. You guys already know that's number 1. Okay. I'm gonna start from the top. All right. I'm gonna have to say, number 5 would probably be The Rock. Number 4 would probably be, who would number 4 be? You know, I'm gonna put John Cena there. I'm gonna put John Cena at number 4.
Oh boy, I can hear this one now.
Number 3, this is a tough one. Number 3, I had to put The Rock at number 3. I gotta put him at number 3. Number 2 would have to be Macho Man. I'm sorry. I mean, I would put Hogan in there, but you know, as I'm getting older and I'm just start looking back, like Hogan was just so.
I never liked Hogan
as a wrestler. But
we've been Macho Man voice for the better part of 30.
You know what? Screw that. Hogan's going at number 4. Cena, you're gone. You're out of there. And then, you know, like I said, Bret the Hitman Hart is definitely number 1 in my books. That was my favorite wrestler growing up.
All right, there we have it, man. Talk wrestling.
Did I put Stone Cold in there?
You didn't say Stone Cold. I
didn't say Stone Cold. Am I tripping?
You didn't say Stone Cold. You said The Rock twice.
I said The Rock twice.
I heard Rock. I heard Hogan. I heard Bret Hart, Macho Man, and I didn't hear. I don't even.
Okay, all right, we got to redo this. I'm sorry. We got to redo this. Okay. Okay. I can't have Stone Cold out of there, so it can't happen. All right, we're gonna have to put Macho Man is gonna have to be number 5. Okay, we're gonna start off with that. Rock is gonna be number 4. All right. Hogan's gonna be number 3. The Rock number 2. Stone Cold. No, I screwed it up again.
Bret Hart number 1.
Yeah, Bret Hart staying number 1. That's
there you have it then.
Yeah. Stone Cold still wasn't in there.
Yeah, you did. You said Stone Cold was number 4.
Sure?
Yeah, you said number 3.
I did.
You said Macho Man 5, Rock 4, Stone Cold 3, Hogan 2, and Bret Hart was 1.
Okay, all right, yeah, we good.
Confusing yourself, man.
I am. But yeah, that's
the voice, and then you probably would have remembered.
Oh yeah.
So man, we done pretty much, covered a lot of stuff, man. I appreciate you, know what I'm saying, getting it done with your partner in crime here, man.
It's gonna be hell to render.
Yeah, this is gonna be the test of this computer, man. It's gonna be the biggest test.
I'm looking at 6 hours for you.
I don't watch Cookie Monster say, man, that's a beast laptop. But we gonna see how big a beast laptop this boy is. So we gonna see, man. Might have to chop it up a little bit, but we'll see, man. I really don't want to edit nothing out. I keep it pure, keep it unedited, one take.
Yeah, man, Hogan.
So, in closing, man, you got anything in closing? Anybody want to plug, shout, whatever, get off your chest?
No.
All right, man. Well, on that note, man, we out of here. For my man Tick, this your boy. That's cooler than the polar bear's toenails. Leader of the flock. Shout out to the squad. You heard me? We gone. Yeah.
Bye.